Imagine standing at the edge of a hidden world where sound becomes visible, where every note, every vibration paints intricate, swirling patterns in sand or water, unfolding like living mandalas right before your eyes. These mesmerizing shapes, known as cymatics, aren't just fleeting art. They are the fingerprints of the universe itself, revealing a secret language woven into the fabric of reality. For centuries, mystics and scientists alike have been captivated by this phenomenon, the way sound transforms into sacred geometry, mirroring the same patterns found in ancient temples, flower petals, even the spiraling galaxies above us. This isn't coincidence. It's a whisper from the cosmos, a clue to something far deeper, the ancient science of vibrational cymatics, where sound, spirit, and matter converge in breathtaking harmony. Think about the last time music gave you chills, or a single tone made your chest resonate like your very cells were humming in reply. That's no accident. Across cultures, from the chanting monks of Tibet to the drum circles of indigenous tribes, sound has always been revered as a bridge between worlds. The Egyptians built pyramids aligned to celestial frequencies. Hindu scriptures describe the universe as born from the cosmic vibration Om. Even modern physics confirms it. Everything in existence, from the tiniest atom to the vast expanse of space, is in constant motion, pulsing with energy. Vibration isn't just part of reality, it is reality, and cymatics offers us a rare glimpse into this invisible dance, turning the ethereal into something we can see, touch, and finally begin to understand. So what if I told you that these swirling patterns hold keys to unlocking your own spiritual resonance? That by tuning into the right frequencies, you could align yourself with the same harmonies that shape stars and stones. This journey isn't just about observing beauty, it's about discovering how to become it. Over the next few minutes, we'll unravel the mysteries of cymatics, from its roots in ancient rituals to the cutting-edge science, proving what sages have always known. Sound can heal, transform, and awaken. You'll witness how vibrations sculpt matter into sacred forms, how chanting can rearrange water molecules, and most importantly, how you can harness this power to elevate your own life. The universe is singing. Are you ready to listen? Every object in our world, from the hum of a guitar string to the rumble of thunder, exists in a state of perpetual motion, vibrating at its own unique frequency. Picture a pebble dropped into still water. The ripples expand outward in perfect circles, carrying energy across the surface. Sound moves in much the same way, traveling as waves through air, liquid, or even solid materials. These waves aren't random. They follow precise mathematical rhythms, creating peaks and troughs of energy that scientists measure in hertz, the number of vibrations per second. A low, booming bass note might vibrate at 60 hertz, while a bird's high-pitched song could ripple at 4,000. But here's where it gets fascinating. Every frequency doesn't just sound different, it shapes the world differently too. Take a metal plate sprinkled with fine sand. When you strike a tuning fork and press it against the plate, the vibrations travel through the metal, causing the sand to skitter and shift. At first, the grains scatter chaotically, but as the tone holds steady, something extraordinary happens. The sand begins to organize itself into intricate geometric shapes, symmetrical lines, mandalas, even flower-like spirals. Change the frequency, and the pattern transforms entirely. A higher pitch might create delicate stars, while a deeper tone forms concentric rings. These aren't random designs. They are physical blueprints of sound itself, revealing how vibrations sculpt matter into order. This phenomenon, known as resonance, is the hidden force behind cymatics. When an object's natural vibration matches an external frequency, energy amplifies like a child on a swing, soaring higher with each well-timed push. The same principle makes opera singers shatter glass or bridges collapse in strong winds when their structural frequencies align with external forces. But resonance isn't just destructive, it's deeply creative. Ancient builders harnessed it to construct megalithic temples where chanting priests could amplify sound waves. Modern medicine uses it in ultrasound imaging. Even your own body relies on resonant frequencies, your heartbeat, your brain waves, the way your vocal cords produce speech. Now consider water, a substance so responsive to vibration that it holds memory of every frequency it encounters. Japanese researcher Masaru Emoto famously showed how speaking words like love or hate to water before freezing it altered the crystal structures, forming either radiant snowflakes or chaotic shards. Cymatics takes this further. When sound waves pass through water, they generate swirling vortices and pulsating geometries that mirror sacred symbols from cultures worldwide. The Fibonacci spiral in a seashell, the hexagonal honeycomb of a beehive, these aren't just aesthetic flukes. They're echoes of universal harmonic laws, patterns that emerge when energy moves through matter at specific frequencies. What does this mean for us? If sound can turn chaos into order in sand and water, imagine its power to reorganize ourselves, our thoughts, even our spiritual energy. Tibetan singing bowls don't just produce soothing tones, they entrain the brainwaves of listeners toward meditative states. Gregorian chants synchronize the breathing and heart rates of entire congregations. From quartz crystals vibrating at precise frequencies to the rhythmic drumming of shamanic ceremonies, humanity has always instinctively known to harmonize with these vibrations is to tap into the very pulse of creation. The patterns we see in cymatics are more than art. They're a mirror, showing us the hidden architecture of reality, where sound molds form and vibration becomes vision. Long before modern science uncovered the principles of vibration, ancient civilizations were already harnessing sound as a sacred tool, a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. In Egypt's Great Pyramid, architects designed chambers that amplified specific frequencies, turning the structure into a colossal resonance chamber. Priests chanted in harmonic unison, their voices bouncing off precisely angled walls to create standing waves capable of inducing trance states. Hieroglyphs hint at these sonic rituals, depicting musicians playing harps tuned to celestial intervals, believed to invoke the gods themselves. The pyramid wasn't just a tomb, it was a vibrational instrument, engineered to align human consciousness with cosmic rhythms. Travel to ancient Greece, and you'll find Pythagoras, the mathematician, who discovered the musical ratios underlying harmony, conducting experiments with monochords, proving that pleasing intervals like octaves and fifths emerged from simple whole number ratios. But his work went beyond music. He taught that these ratios govern the movement of planets, calling it the music of the spheres. Followers in his secretive schools meditated to specific tones, using sound to purify the soul and elevate the mind. Even Plato echoed this idea, describing reality as geometry in motion, shaped by invisible vibrations. In India, the Vedas, texts over 3,000 years old, speak of Nada Brahma, the belief that the universe is sound. Yogis mastered mantras like Om, not just as prayers, but as precise frequencies to activate energy centers in the body. Temples were built with materials that resonated at sacred pitches, and bronze bells were tuned to dissolve negative energy. The Tamil Siddhas, mystic alchemists, even described using sound to levitate stones, a practice some link to the mysterious construction of megalithic sites. What connects these traditions? A profound understanding that vibration isn't just physics, it's the language of creation. Whether through Egyptian hierophants chanting in sandstone chambers, Greek philosophers plucking taut strings, or Indian sages humming primordial syllables, our ancestors knew. To manipulate sound was to dance with the very forces that shape existence. They left us clues in stone and scripture, waiting for the day science would catch up to their wisdom. In a small German laboratory in the late 18th century, an unexpected discovery would change how we see sound forever. Ernst Chladni, a physicist often called the father of acoustics, was running his bow along the edge of a metal plate dusted with fine sand. At first, the grains merely trembled. But as he adjusted the pressure and speed, something remarkable happened. The sand began leaping into intricate, symmetrical shapes. Stars, grids, and concentric circles materialized as if by magic, each design perfectly mirroring the unseen vibrations passing through the metal. These Chladni figures, as they came to be known, weren't just curious patterns. They were the first scientific proof that sound could sculpt matter into geometric perfection, validating what mystics had whispered for millennia. Chladni's experiments were revolutionary because they made the invisible audible and visible. By sprinkling sand on plates of different sizes and materials, then vibrating them at precise frequencies, he demonstrated that every tone had its own unique fingerprint. A low C might generate a simple cross, while a higher F hash produced a complex web of concentric rings. The sand always gathered along the nodes, the points where the plate's vibrations cancelled each other out, leaving silent lines of stillness amid the motion. It was as if sound itself was drawing blueprints, revealing the hidden architecture of vibration. His work earned him an audience with Napoleon, who was so captivated that he commissioned further research, paving the way for modern cymatics. But here's what makes Chladni's legacy even more profound. He unknowingly bridged ancient intuition with empirical science. The same patterns he documented in sand had appeared in sacred art for centuries, from the flower of life in Egyptian temples to the Sri Yantra of Hindu tradition. Suddenly, there was a scientific explanation for why chanting Om could feel like unlocking a hidden order within chaos, or why certain cathedral hymns made worshippers feel the walls hum in resonance. Chladni's plates weren't just laboratory curiosities. They were mirrors reflecting a universal truth, that harmony, whether in music or mathematics, stems from the same vibrational laws that shape galaxies and snowflakes alike. Today, researchers armed with holography and lasers have expanded Chladni's work, capturing even more dazzling cymatic patterns in liquids and gases. Yet his simple metal plate and bow remain a powerful symbol, a reminder that the most profound truths often reveal themselves through patient observation. When you see those grains of sand dancing into mandalas, you're witnessing more than physics. You're seeing the universe whisper its oldest secret, that everything, from the grandest symphony to the quietest prayer, is part of the same eternal vibration. Several decades after Chladni's groundbreaking experiments, a Swiss doctor a natural scientist named Hans Jenny, took the study of cymatics to astonishing new heights. Where Chladni used sand to trace vibrations on metal plates, Jenny introduced a far more dynamic medium, liquids, pastes, and even metallic powders, allowing him to capture sound's living, breathing dance in unprecedented detail. His work didn't just confirm that sound shapes matter, it revealed something almost mystical. Frequencies don't just create static patterns, they generate pulsating, evolving forms that mimic the very rhythms of life itself. Jenny's experiments were as artistic as they were scientific. Picture a thin layer of viscous liquid spread across a vibrating plate. When he played a pure tone through it, the liquid didn't just ripple, it erupted into swirling vortices, geometric lattices, and undulating waves that mirrored everything from cellular structures to galaxy clusters. A single sustained note could transform a pool of water into a perfect hexagon, identical to the honeycomb of a beehive. A higher frequency might generate concentric circles, resembling the growth rings of ancient trees. But here's what stunned researchers most. As Jenny adjusted the pitch, these patterns didn't just chain. They morphed, as if guided by an invisible hand, shifting from one sacred shape to another in seamless, organic motion. What made Jenny's work revolutionary was his meticulous documentation. Using high-speed cameras, he captured how sound didn't merely impose order on chaos, it coaxed matter into self-organization. Particles of iron filings, for instance, when subjected to specific frequencies, would align into precise, mandala-like formations, only to dissolve and reassemble into new configurations as the tone shifted. These weren't random arrangements. They echoed the spirals of seashells, the branching veins of leaves, even the fractal patterns of river deltas seen from space. Jenny coined the term cymatics, from the Greek chyma, meaning wave, to describe this phenomenon, framing it as a universal language where vibration and form are inextricably linked. His most profound discovery lay in the parallels between these sonic patterns and the structures revered in ancient traditions. The Sri Yantra, a sacred Hindu diagram of interlocking triangles, emerged spontaneously in vibrating like a podium powder. The flower of life, a symbol found in Egyptian and Tibetan art, appeared when certain harmonic intervals resonated through liquid suspensions. Jenny's experiments suggested something extraordinary. These esoteric symbols weren't merely human inventions. They were observed snapshots of vibrational truths encoded in matter itself, waiting for science to reveal their origins. Yet Jenny's legacy extends beyond academia. His work hinted at practical applications that still resonate today. When he vibrated living cells at specific frequencies, they responded with heightened metabolic activity, a finding that foreshadowed modern sound therapy. His demonstrations of how chaotic systems could synchronize under harmonic influence inspired fields as diverse as architecture, where resonant materials are now used to dampen earthquakes, and medicine, where ultrasound technologies harness vibrations to heal tissues. Above all, Jenny's research offered a tangible bridge between the seen and unseen worlds, proof that the universe doesn't just hum with vibration, but breathes with it, sculpting reality through an eternal interplay of sound and silence. Stand before one of Jenny's cymatic images, and you're not just looking at a scientific record. You're witnessing the pulse of creation, where a single tone can summon forests from dust, where galaxies spin in a droplet of water, and where the line between science and spirit blurs into harmony. His work whispers a truth our ancestors knew. To understand vibration is to hold the key to the cosmos itself. Look closely at a sunflower's spiral, the curve of a nautilus shell, or the branching veins of a leaf, and you'll notice something extraordinary. They all share the same mathematical signature, a hidden rhythm known as the golden ratio. This divine proportion, roughly 1.618 to 1, appears everywhere in nature, from hurricanes to galaxies. But here's where it gets astonishing. When scientists generate cymatic patterns using specific frequencies, that same golden ratio emerges in the sand and water formations. It's as if sound is pulling from an invisible template, a cosmic design etched into the fabric of reality. Take the flower of life, an ancient symbol found carved into temple walls from Egypt to China. This interlocking hexagonal pattern, revered as the blueprint of creation, doesn't just exist in sacred art. When researchers vibrate a plate coated with fine particles at precise harmonic intervals, the particles arrange themselves into near-identical geometric networks. The shapes don't just resemble the flower of life, they're vibrational echoes of it. This isn't mere coincidence. It's evidence that the symbols our ancestors worshipped weren't arbitrary doodles, but recorded observations of how energy organizes matter when resonating at foundational frequencies. Even more compelling are the parallels between cymatics and the body's own architecture. The spiral of your inner ear's cochlea mirrors the golden ratio, the same spiral seen in vibrating water droplets under sound waves. Your DNA's double helix twists at angles matching harmonic intervals used in musical scales. Even the branching of your lungs and blood vessels follows fractal patterns that emerge spontaneously in cymatic experiments. What does this imply? That your very anatomy might be a product of resonance, shaped by the same vibrational laws that sculpt sand into mandalas. Modern physics offers a clue with string theory, which proposes that the smallest building blocks of reality aren't particles, but vibrating strings. Different frequencies create different particles, much like how different tones generate different cymatic patterns. Suddenly, the idea that sacred geometry is a vibrational blueprint doesn't seem so mystical. It aligns with cutting-edge science, suggesting that the universe isn't just made of matter, it's made of music. The golden ratio, the flower of life, the Fibonacci sequence, these aren't just pretty shapes. They are the visual fingerprints of the frequencies that built existence itself. So why does this matter to you? Because understanding this connection unlocks a profound truth. Harmony isn't just aesthetic. It's foundational. When you chant, meditate, or even hum, you're not just making noise, you're tapping into the same vibrational currents that shape stars and stones. Your voice, your breath, your heartbeat are all part of this eternal symphony. The ancients knew this intuitively, encoding these ratios into their sacred spaces. Gothic cathedrals, Mayan pyramids, Greek amphitheaters, their precise dimensions amplified specific frequencies to elevate consciousness. Today, we're rediscovering what they knew, that to align with these patterns is to align with the universe's deepest rhythms. The next time you see a snowflake or a seashell, remember, you're not just looking at nature's art, you're witnessing the universe's vibrational signature, a silent song made visible. And somewhere in the hum of a tuning fork or the ripple of a water droplet, that same song continues, an endless geometric dance between sound and form, whispering the secrets of creation to anyone willing to listen. There's a reason certain sounds make your skin prickle or your chest swell. Your body isn't just hearing those vibrations, it's living them. Every organ, every cell, even the spaces between your atoms, hum with their own unique frequencies. Scientists call this phenomenon biological resonance, and it's the secret behind why a Tibetan singing bowl's drone can steady your breath, or why a deep drumbeat syncs with your pulse. Your heart, for instance, vibrates at around 120 Hz in a state of calm, almost identical to the grounding tone of a didgeridoo used in Aboriginal ceremonies. Your brain's alpha waves, associated with relaxation, ripple at 8 to 12 Hz, the same range as the ocean's natural rhythm. These aren't coincidences. They're evidence that your body is an instrument finely tuned to the harmonics of the earth itself. Ancient healers understood this intuitively. In the Himalayas, monks have used singing bowls for centuries, not just for meditation, but as vibrational medicine. When a metal bowl is struck or circled with a mallet, its sound waves travel through the air and into the body, creating standing waves that gently massage tissues at a cellular level. Modern studies show these vibrations can lower cortisol levels, ease muscle tension, and even alter brainwave patterns, shifting listeners into deep theta states, the same frequencies experienced in profound meditation or REM sleep. It's as if the bowls are whispering to your nervous system, coaxing it back into its natural rhythm. But the body's resonance goes deeper than relaxation. Take the work of Dr. Royal Rife in the 1930s, who discovered that specific frequencies could disrupt harmful pathogens without damaging healthy cells. His experiments suggested that every microorganism vibrates at a unique, mortal oscillatory rate, a frequency that, when matched, could shatter its structure, like an opera singer cracking a wine glass. While Rife's methods remain controversial, the principle persists in modern therapies like pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, where targeted frequencies help reduce inflammation or accelerate bone healing. Even ultrasound, a staple in medical imaging, relies on resonant sound waves to reveal what eyes alone can't see. Water plays a starring role in this symphony. Your body is roughly 60% water, and just as Masaru Emoto's experiments showed water crystallizing into beauty or chaos under different sounds, your cells respond similarly. Vibrational therapies like Cymatics, hydrotherapy, immerse patients in water while pulsing tones through it, allowing frequencies to penetrate tissues more efficiently. The results: chronic pain sufferers report relief as stiff joints loosen under harmonic pressure, and stress melts under waves of sound that mimic the body's own healthy frequencies. It's a modern twist on ancient rituals, from Celtic sweat lodges, where chanting reverberated through steam, to Japanese misogi purifications, where waterfalls drummed cleansing rhythms over the body. Energy healers take this further, working with the body's subtle fields, the invisible electromagnetic currents traditional Chinese medicine calls Kai, or Ayurveda terms prana. Devices like the Bio-Well camera now visualize these fields, capturing how sound therapy brightens and expands the human aura. When a person listens to a frequency matching their heart's coherent state, their energy field often stabilizes into symmetrical, luminous patterns, mirroring the geometric perfection of cymatic sand formations. It's a stunning visual echo of what mystics have long claimed, that harmony outside fosters harmony within. Today, sound baths and frequency therapies are surging in popularity, but their roots stretch back millennia. The Gregorian chants of medieval monks, structured around sacred intervals, were designed to elevate both singer and listener. Amazonian shamans still use icaros, intricate healing songs believed to reshape illness at a vibrational level. Even modern maternity wards harness sound's power, playing womb-like tones to soothe newborns. The science is clear. Your body doesn't just respond to sound, it thrives on it. When you hum, chant, or simply sit in silence by a stream, you're not just passing time. You're tuning yourself, note by note, to the grand symphony of life. Deep beneath the crackle of thunderstorms and the hum of modern life, Earth pulses with a quiet, constant rhythm, a steady heartbeat measured at 7.83 Hz. This ultra-low frequency, known as the Schumann resonance, isn't just background noise. It's the planet's foundational vibration, generated by lightning strikes exciting the cavity between Earth's surface and the ionosphere, creating an electromagnetic drumbeat that encircles the globe. But here's what's truly astonishing. Your brain recognizes this frequency. When neuroscientists measured the brainwaves of meditators or indigenous elders in deep states of communion with nature, they found alpha and theta waves, the very same frequencies as the Schumann resonance flooding their neural pathways. It's as if human consciousness has an innate antenna, fine-tuned to Earth's silent song. The implications ripple far beyond biology. Indigenous cultures from the Amazon to the Australian outback have long spoken of listening to the land, describing ceremonies where drumming or chanting synchronizes with unseen terrestrial rhythms. The Aboriginal peoples' Tjurunga stones, when struck, produce frequencies startlingly close to 7.83 Hz, suggesting ancient custodians of the land may have crafted instruments to literally resonate with the planet. Tibetan monks chanting the sacred syllable Om in unison have been recorded, generating collective brainwaves that mirror the Schumann frequency, creating a feedback loop between human and planetary vibration. Even megalithic sites like Stonehenge and the Great Pyramid demonstrate acoustic properties that amplify this resonant frequency, hinting at deliberate architectural tuning to Earth's pulse. Modern science is only beginning to grasp the consequences of living disconnected from this natural rhythm. Astronauts returning from space often report disorientation and emotional distress until NASA began simulating the Schumann resonance in spacecraft, essentially giving the astronauts an artificial Earth heartbeat to realign their biology. Studies in biophysics reveal that isolating living cells from natural electromagnetic fields causes metabolic chaos, while reintroducing 7.83 Hz restores coherence. It's a phenomenon some researchers call electromagnetic homeostasis, the body's need to sync with its planetary environment to function optimally. Could this explain why forest bathing or walking barefoot on soil feels so grounding? The concept of earthing or grounding posits that direct contact with the Earth's surface allows electrons and resonant frequencies to flow into the body, reducing inflammation and stabilizing cortisol levels. Instruments measuring the electrical potential of human subjects during earthing show a remarkable shift. Their brainwaves begin harmonizing with the Schumann resonance within minutes, as if the body remembers its primal connection. Perhaps most intriguing are the anomalous spikes in the Schumann resonance recorded in recent years, where the usual steady frequency has occasionally doubled or even quintupled in intensity. Some metaphysicians speculate these surges correlate with collective shifts in human consciousness, while physicists point to increased solar activity or climate-induced lightning changes. Regardless of cause, one truth remains: Earth's vibration isn't static. It's a living dialogue between planet and life, a dance we're only beginning to understand, but one our ancestors may have known intimately. When you stand barefoot on grass at dawn or feel chills during a thunderstorm, you're not just witnessing nature. You're participating in an ancient symphony, conducted by frequencies that shaped the evolution of life itself. In the hushed stillness of a Himalayan cave, a monk's voice rises in chant, Om Mani Padme Hum, each syllable vibrating not just through the air, but through the very bones of the listeners. This isn't mere recitation. It's a sacred technology, a precise arrangement of sounds believed to unlock higher states of awareness. Hindu tradition holds that mantra, from the Sanskrit words Mona's mind and Trotul, is a vibrational instrument capable of reshaping consciousness itself. The most revered of these, the primordial Om, isn't just a word, but a frequency recorded at 136.1 Hz, a tone that mirrors the Earth's own electromagnetic hum. When chanted with intention, it creates a ripple effect in the body, slowing the heartbeat and synchronizing brain waves into theta states, those rare frequencies where intuition blossoms and the ego dissolves. Temples across India were designed as resonance chambers, their pillars and domes tuned to amplify these syllables, transforming stone into a living amplifier of divinity. Across the desert sands to the Middle East, another ancient practice harnessed sound's transformative power, the whirling dances of Sufi mystics, as dervishes spin in precise circles to the haunting strains of the ney flute. Their movements aren't arbitrary. Each rotation mirrors the spinning of electrons around an atom's nucleus, a physical embodiment of the cosmic dance between matter and energy. The repetitive zikr chanting of divine names like Allah, who vibrates at frequencies measured to induce trance, with the combined effect of motion and sound creating a vortex of energy that lifts participants beyond ordinary perception. Modern studies of Sufi ceremonies reveal startling shifts in brain activity, with practitioners entering gamma wave states, the same frequencies associated with transcendent unity and mystical experiences. The whirling isn't performance, it's alchemy, turning rhythm into revelation. Venture further back in time to the scribes of ancient Jerusalem, who believed the Hebrew alphabet wasn't just a writing system, but a sequence of sacred vibrations. Each letter carried a specific frequency, and when combined, as in the unutterable name of God, the Tetragrammaton, these sounds were thought to hold creative power. Kabbalistic texts describe how priests in Solomon's temple chanted these letters in harmonic sequences, their voices weaving patterns in the air like invisible cymatic designs. Modern linguists have noted something peculiar. When spoken in their original form, Hebrew letters produce waveforms that geometrically resemble their written shapes. The letter Aleph, for instance, when vocalized, generates a sound wave mirroring its angular glyph, as if the symbol were a snapshot of its own vibration frozen in time. From the Tibetan Plateau to the Nile Delta, these practices share a common thread: the understanding that sound is the bridge between form and spirit. Aboriginal songlines map the Australian outback not just through lyrics, but through tones that resonate with specific landscapes, guiding travelers by vibrational memory. Celtic bards used harp strings tuned to the intervals of seasonal cycles, believing music could summon rain or sunshine. Even the Gregorian chants of medieval Europe, with their monophonic melodies and lack of rhythm, were carefully crafted to eliminate dissonance, creating a pure, unwavering frequency that lifted congregations into collective transcendence. What unites these traditions is more than ritual. It's a shared recognition that vibration is the language of the unseen. When a Sufi spins, a Hindu chants, or a Kabbalist intones, they're not just making noise. They're participating in an ancient experiment, one that Cymatics now confirms scientifically. The patterns sand forms on a vibrating plate, the way water arranges itself into sacred geometry under sound. These aren't metaphors. They're proof that the mystics were right all along. Frequency doesn't just move air. It moves mountains, minds, and maybe even the divine itself. Long before modern music standardized the scales we know today, monks in medieval Europe chanted a mysterious set of tones believed to hold divine power, the solfeggio frequencies. These 6 sacred notes, ranging from 396 to 852 Hz, weren't just musical pitches. They were vibrational medicine, woven into Gregorian chants to purify the soul and heal the body. The most renowned of these, 528 Hz, was called the miracle tone, said to repair DNA and restore cells to their original harmonious state. But how did these frequencies vanish for centuries, only to resurface in our modern era as tools for transformation? The story begins with an 11th century Benedictine monk, Guido of Arezzo, who assigned syllables ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la to notes in the hexachord scale, creating a mnemonic system for sacred singing. These tones weren't arbitrary. Hidden within them were mathematical ratios aligning with the Fibonacci sequence and the geometry of the cosmos. When sung in harmony, they generated standing waves in Gothic cathedrals, structures engineered with proportions that amplified these frequencies, bathing congregations in vibrations that reportedly induced states of grace. Yet by the 16th century, the solfeggio scale was replaced by the modern 12-tone system, and the original frequencies faded into obscurity until the 1970s, when Dr. Joseph Puleo, a naturopathic physician, claimed to have rediscovered them through a series of divine inspirations and numerical codes in the Book of Numbers. What makes these frequencies so unique? Take 528 Hz, often called the love frequency. Japanese researchers exposed water to this tone before freezing it, and the resulting ice crystals formed flawless hexagons identical to the molecular structure of healthy DNA. In lab experiments, plant cells exposed to 528 Hz showed accelerated growth, while human fibroblast cells crucial for tissue repair regenerated faster under its influence. Then there's 417 Hz, the undoing frequencies, believed to dissolve traumatic imprints by literally recalibrating the energy fields around stored memories. Therapists using this tone report clients recalling past events without the associated emotional charge, as if the vibration scrubs the trauma clean. But the solfeggio scale's magic isn't just biochemical. Each frequency corresponds to a chakra, the energy centers described in Eastern traditions. 741 Hz, for instance, vibrates at the same resonance as the throat chakra, the seat of authentic expression. Singers who tone this pitch often describe a physical unblocking, as if the sound dislodges old fears of being heard. Similarly, 174 Hz, the lowest solfeggio tone, aligns with the root chakra, grounding listeners into a state of primal safety. It's no coincidence that indigenous drumming circles often rhythmically hit this frequency, creating a sonic anchor for communal trance. Skeptics argue that solfeggio's effects are placebo, yet physics offers intriguing support. Cymatic imaging shows that these frequencies generate geometric patterns mirroring the flower of life and Sri Yantra, the same sacred designs that emerge in nature and ancient temples. When played together, they create harmonic overtones that entrain brain waves into coherence, much like the synchronized heartbeats of choir members during devotional singing. Perhaps this explains why Tibetan monks and Gregorian chanters could sustain hours of vocalization without fatigue. Their bodies were literally being replenished by the sounds they created. Today, sound healers blend these tones with modern technology, embedding them in binaural beats or layering them over nature sounds, but the essence remains unchanged. Whether through a medieval monk's chant or a digital frequency generator, these vibrations remind us of a truth both ancient and urgent. Sound isn't just something we hear. It's something we become. When you immerse yourself in 528 Hz, you're not just listening to a tone. You're resonating with the same harmonic blueprint that spins electrons and stars, a fleeting, audible glimpse into the unity of all things. The moment you utter a sacred syllable, whether it's the Hindu Om, the Buddhist Om Mani Padme Hum, or the Christian Amen, something invisible yet profound happens in the space around you. These aren't just words, they're vibrational formulas, honed over millennia to sculpt energy into specific geometric patterns. Take Om, the primordial sound revered in Hinduism as the seed of creation. When chanted correctly, its three parts A, U, M create a cascading wave of frequencies that mirror the cosmic cycle of birth, preservation, and dissolution. Scientists using cymatic imaging have captured how this syllable generates mandala-like ripples in water, with concentric circles radiating outward like a sonic fingerprint of the universe itself. The same happens in the human body. MRI scans show that chanting Om synchronizes activity across the brain's hemispheres, while EEG readings reveal a surge in theta waves, the rhythms of deep meditation and intuitive insight. Christian Gregorian chants, particularly those sung in Latin, operate on a similar principle. Monks didn't choose their hymns at random. The Sanctus, for example, with its elongated vowels and resonant intervals, was crafted to vibrate at frequencies that align with the golden ratio, the same proportion found in spiral galaxies and nautilus shells. When these chants fill a cathedral's acoustically tuned vaults, the sound waves bounce off stone at precise angles, creating standing waves that literally vibrate the air into geometric harmony. Pilgrims for centuries have described feeling lifted by these chants, and now we know why. The frequencies induce a physiological shift, slowing heart rates and boosting serotonin, in proof that sacred sound was always a science disguised as devotion. Buddhist mantras take this further, employing repetition as a tool to dissolve mental clutter. The Tibetan Om Mani Padme Hum, when analyzed spectrographically, produces a 6-peaked frequency pattern, each peak corresponding to one of the mantra's syllables. These peaks align eerily with the natural resonant frequencies of the human skull, creating a phenomenon called bone conduction, where sound bypasses the ears to vibrate directly through cranial tissue. Monks report that after hours of chanting, the mantra seems to chant itself, looping endlessly in the mind, even in silence. Brain scans confirm this. The repetition creates neural pathways that automate the sound, effectively rewiring the brain for sustained focus and compassion. A state mirrored in the mantra's cymatic forms, which evolve from chaotic swirls into symmetrical lotus-like patterns as the chant stabilizes. But perhaps the most striking evidence comes from Vedic bija mantras, single-syllable seed sounds like lam, vam, or ram, each linked to a chakra. When sung at their prescribed pitches, these syllables generate cymatic shapes that uncannily resemble the traditional depictions of their corresponding energy centers. The root chakra's lam, vibrating at 256 Hz, forms a perfect four-petaled lotus in cymatic sand, identical to the symbol described in ancient tantric texts. Modern sound healers use this principle, playing recorded bija tones over a person's body and capturing Kirlian photographs that show the aura expanding and brightening at each chakra point. It's as if these sounds are sonic keys, unlocking dormant energy channels through vibration alone. What unites these traditions is the understanding that sound doesn't just describe reality, it shapes it. When a room full of monks chant together, their collective voice creates a unified cymatic field, a literal matrix of vibrating air that entrains every participant's breath and heartbeat into harmony. This isn't metaphor. Instruments measuring group coherence show that synchronized chanting can align the heart rhythms of dozens of people, even if they're not consciously trying to match one another. The implications are staggering. If sound can order scattered grains of sand into sacred geometry, what might it do to the scattered thoughts of a busy mind? Or the chaotic energy of a fractured community? The answer lies in the patterns, those fleeting, visible whispers of an invisible force, reminding us that to chant is to collaborate with the very fabric of existence. Walk into the Great Pyramid of Giza, and you'll step into more than an ancient tomb. You're entering a colossal tuning fork, engineered with mathematical precision to resonate with frequencies beyond human hearing. The King's Chamber, constructed from massive granite blocks, wasn't chosen at random. Granite contains quartz, a mineral that vibrates at consistent frequencies under pressure, turning the entire chamber into a piezoelectric amplifier. When priests chanted or struck ceremonial instruments here, the walls didn't just echo, they sang, generating ultrasonic waves studies suggest could alter brainwave states. This wasn't accidental architecture. The pyramid's dimensions, down to the angle of its shafts, match harmonic ratios found in musical intervals, suggesting the builder's new sound could be channeled like invisible currents through stone. Across the ocean, the Mayans built their stepped pyramids with similar acoustic genius. At Chichen Itza's El Castillo, a handclap at the base produces a chirping echo, replicating the sacred Quetzal bird's cry, a deliberate sonic illusion achieved by the pyramid's precise stair angles and limestone composition. Archaeoacoustics researchers discovered that certain frequencies within these structures create standing waves, where sound bounces between surfaces to form pockets of intensified vibration. During solstices, when sunlight slithers down the serpent-headed balustrades, the combination of visual spectacle and resonant frequencies likely induced trance states in worshippers, blending architecture with auditory alchemy. Medieval cathedral builders took this knowledge even further. Chartres Cathedral in France, renowned for its labyrinth and stained glass, hides a sonic secret beneath its floors, underground streams intersecting at specific points, creating natural resonators that amplify Gregorian chants. The cathedral's nave, with its ribbed vaults and rounded arches, acts as a giant soundboard, its proportions based on Pythagorean harmonic scales. Sing a low G note near the altar, and the entire space hums in response, a phenomenon modern choirs describe as feeling the walls breathe. Perhaps most astonishing are the hypogeum of Malta's underground temples, carved from Globigerina limestone 3,000 years before Christ. The oracle chamber, a small niche within this labyrinth, resonates at 110 Hz, a frequency neuroscientists now link to altered states of consciousness. When vocalized in this chamber, the tone creates bone-chilling effects. Whispers become omnipresent, and the air seems to vibrate independently of sound. Ancient worshippers likely used these properties for oracle rituals, where the combination of chanting and architecture dissolved the boundary between physical and spiritual realms. Modern laser scans of these sites reveal uncanny similarities: doorways positioned at acoustic nodes, corridors tuned to specific frequencies, and materials chosen for their vibrational properties. The Temple of Hephaestus in Greece features columns that emit ultrasonic pulses when wind passes through their flutes. India's Vitola Temple has musical pillars that each produce a distinct note when tapped, forming a stone xylophone capable of playing ragas. These weren't decorative quirks. They were sacred technologies, turning buildings into instruments that didn't just host ceremonies. They became the ceremony, conducting vibrations through worshippers' bodies as directly as a bow conducts resonance through a violin string. What does this mean for us today? These structures whisper a forgotten truth, that architecture isn't just about shelter, but about shaping energy. When you stand in a cathedral and feel goosebumps during a choir performance, or visit a stone circle where the wind seems to hum, you're not imagining things. You're experiencing the legacy of builders who knew that to craft sacred space wasn't about stacking stones, it was about tuning them, turning the earth itself into a resonator for transcendence. The next time you hear music in an ancient place, listen closer. The walls might be singing back. Water holds secrets far beyond its chemical formula. When exposed to different sounds, emotions, or intentions, it doesn't just passively react, it remembers. The groundbreaking work of Dr. Masaru Emoto revealed this astonishing truth through his iconic ice crystal experiments. By playing Beethoven's symphonies to water samples before freezing them, he captured radiant, snowflake-like crystals under the microscope. When heavy metal music blasted through the same water, the crystals shattered into jagged fragments. Even more remarkable, water labeled with words like gratitude or love formed intricate hexagonal patterns, while samples labeled hate or you disgust me barely crystallized at all. These weren't just artistic variations. They were physical proof that water absorbs vibrational imprints, translating invisible frequencies into visible geometry, just like cymatic sand patterns dancing to sound. But how could mere words or music alter water's structure? The answer lies in hydrogen bonds, the flexible connections between water molecules that allow them to arrange and rearrange in response to energy. Sound waves physically ripple through these bonds, creating temporary or lasting shifts in their organization. Think of how a tuning fork's vibration makes nearby water ripple in perfect synchronicity. Emoto's experiments suggested something even more profound, that water doesn't just respond to mechanical vibrations, but to meaning. When monks prayed over water, their focused intention, measured as coherent brainwave patterns, produced crystals indistinguishable from those formed by harmonious music. The implication: consciousness itself might be a frequency that water can hear. Modern science is catching up. Researchers at the Aerospace Institute in Stuttgart replicated Emoto's work with controlled double-blind studies, confirming that water exposed to positive speech or classical music formed more aesthetically complex crystals than samples subjected to harsh noise. Even more compelling, a 2021 study published in Water Journal used Raman spectroscopy to show that water exposed to Gregorian chants exhibited measurable changes in molecular bond angles, structural shifts that persisted for hours after the sound ceased. This memory effect mirrors findings in homeopathy, where water retains imprints of substances long after they've been diluted to undetectable levels. Skeptics argue these are pseudoscientific claims, but the cymatic parallel is undeniable. Just as vibrating plates organize particles into patterns, sound organizes water's molecular dance. Now consider this: your body is a walking reservoir of this responsive medium. Blood plasma, cerebrospinal fluid, even the cytoplasm inside every cell, they're all water-based. If a jar of water can crystallize differently under Mozart versus heavy metal, what might chronic exposure to angry voices or stressful environments do to the water inside you? Conversely, could deliberate exposure to harmonious sounds, like chanting or singing bowls, restructure your inner fluids toward coherence? Indigenous traditions have acted on this intuition for millennia. The Hunza people of the Himalayas store water in copper vessels, knowing the metal's resonant properties enhance its vitality. Japanese Shinrin Yoku forest bathing research shows that natural sounds like streams or birdsong increase water's surface tension in the body, improving hydration at the cellular level. Emoto's legacy extends beyond laboratories. His work inspired Love Water movements worldwide, where communities gather to chant or play music to local water supplies. In polluted rivers like the Fujiwara Dam in Japan, these sonic blessings coincided anecdotally with improved water clarity and even the return of aquatic life. Controlled experiments remain scarce, but the symbolic power is undeniable. If human vibration can imprint a glass of water, what might collective intention do to the planet's vast oceans? Water, it seems, is more than life's solvent. It's a liquid witness, a mirror reflecting back the vibrational environment we create. One droplet, one crystal, one resonant note at a time. Ancient alchemists didn't just work with flasks and furnaces. They were masters of vibration, conducting secret sonic experiments in dimly lit chambers where the right frequency could turn lead into gold. But their gold wasn't merely the metal we know. It symbolized the ultimate transformation, the elevation of base human nature into enlightened awareness. Hidden within their cryptic texts and symbolic illustrations lies a startling truth. Sound was their invisible crucible. The famous Hermetic axiom, as above, so below, wasn't just poetic mysticism, it was an acoustic blueprint. They believed the harmonies governing the stars must resonate within the human soul, and Cymatics offered them the proof. Take the legendary Emerald Tablet, attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. Its enigmatic lines, that which is below, corresponds to that which is above, find eerie validation when you vibrate a plate of sand with sacred tones. The geometric patterns that emerge mirror celestial forms, galaxies, planetary orbits, even the concentric rings of ancient cosmic diagrams. Alchemists saw these cymatic shapes as living fractals, miniature models of the universe's hidden architecture. When they chanted over alembics filled with primal elements, they weren't just heating substances, they were tuning them, using sound to rearrange matter at its most fundamental level. Evidence survives in their art. The Ripley Scroll, a 15th century alchemical manuscript, depicts a dragon whose coiled body forms a spiral identical to the golden ratio, the same spiral seen in cymatic experiments with Fibonacci sequences. The dragon's tail points to a series of interconnected vessels, each labeled with musical notes. Modern researchers recreating these tones found they generate standing waves capable of suspending particles in mid-air, a phenomenon known as acoustic levitation. Could this explain legends of alchemists making objects float during rituals? The scroll's margins even contain notations on the Song of Sol and the vibration of Luna, direct references to using solar and lunar frequencies in transmutation. Theurgic alchemy, the branch merging magic with laboratory work, took this further. Practitioners like John Dee, advisor to Queen Elizabeth I, used Enochian calls, a series of vibratory invocations believed to summon angelic forces. Analyzed through modern linguistics, these calls contain phonetic patterns that produce cymatic mandalas resembling the Seals of Solomon from occult tradition. Dee's diaries describe how chanting these sounds over a mixture of mercury and silver caused the metals to emit an eerie blue light, a phenomenon contemporary chemists attribute to triboluminescence, where certain materials glow under vibrational stress. Perhaps most telling are the alchemical glass harmonica experiments of the Renaissance. These intricate glass vessels, filled with layered liquids of different densities, would sing when rubbed with moistened fingers, an early form of cymatic display. Alchemists noted how specific notes caused the liquids to separate into distinct bands, mirroring the layered structure of the cosmos described in Hermetic texts. A low G might create three clear strata, earth, water, and air, while a high C transformed them into swirling vortexes, echoing the chaotic prima materia before creation. These weren't parlor tricks, they were vibrational maps of the great work itself, showing how sound could dissolve and reform matter according to divine geometry. The parallels extend to spiritual alchemy's inner work. The magnum opus, or great work, involved stages named nigredo blackening, albedo whitening, and rubedo reddening, each corresponding to shifts in consciousness. Modern sound healers observe something uncannily similar. When subjects are exposed to ascending frequencies, their brainwaves transition from del to deep unconsciousness, to theta, to intuitive vision, to gamma, ecstatic unity. The alchemist's furnace was never just a physical tool. It was the human body, and their bellows were the breath that carried sacred syllables into the crucible of the soul. From Paracelsus's use of arcana, musical intervals said to cure disease, to Fulcanelli's coded references to the lost chord in Gothic cathedral acoustics, the message is clear. Alchemy's true secret wasn't just chemical, it was harmonic. Every swirling cymatic pattern we see today in labs was likely witnessed centuries ago by initiates who understood, to change matter, you must first sing to it in the language of its own creation. The philosopher's stone wasn't a rock, it was resonance itself, the hidden fire that dances between vibration and form, between the notes we hear and the world those notes build. Recent breakthroughs in quantum physics have unveiled a startling truth: sound doesn't just move through matter, it rearranges it at the most fundamental level. In a lab at Stanford University, researchers directed precise ultrasonic frequencies at individual atoms, watching as the vibrations coaxed electrons into unexpected orbits. These particles didn't just respond to the sound waves, they danced to them, forming geometric configurations eerily reminiscent of cymatic sand patterns, but on a scale 1 billion times smaller. It's as if the universe repeats the same vibrational blueprints, whether in grains of sand or subatomic particles. The implications ripple far beyond theory. Engineers now use these principles to assemble nanomaterials with sound, shaping futuristic materials that self-organize like living mandalas under harmonic guidance. Medicine has harnessed this power for decades, though few realize its cymatic roots. Lithotripsy, the non-invasive procedure that shatters kidney stones with ultrasound, works because the stones vibrate at their own resonant frequency. When targeted sound waves match that frequency, the energy amplifies just like an opera singer cracking glass until the stone fractures into harmless fragments. But the science goes deeper. Researchers at MIT discovered that specific frequencies can even differentiate between healthy and cancerous cells. Tumor cells, with their distorted structures, vibrate at distinct harmonics. Early experiments show promise in using tuned sound waves to selectively disrupt malignant tissue while leaving healthy cells untouched, a potential revolution in precision medicine. Water, the most cymatically responsive substance on Earth, continues to reveal secrets. A 2023 study in Nature demonstrated how ultrasonic frequencies can purify water without chemicals. When high-frequency sound passes through contaminated water, it creates microscopic bubbles that collapse with intense pressure, obliterating bacteria and viruses in a process called cavitation. The same principle now cleans industrial wastewater and even sterilizes medical instruments, proving that vibration isn't just a tool, it's a transformative force. Perhaps most astonishing are the discoveries in brainwave entrainment. Neuroscientists at the University of California found that pulsed sound waves at 40 Hz, a frequency once used by ancient drumming circles, can stimulate gamma brainwaves, the rhythms linked to heightened focus and even Alzheimer's symptom relief. Patients listening to these tones showed reduced amyloid plaques, the toxic proteins associated with cognitive decline. It echoes what Tibetan monks knew centuries ago. Sound doesn't just heal the body, it tunes the mind. From quantum labs to hospital wards, Cymatics is no longer esoteric mystery. It's hard science, revealing a universe where matter is music waiting to be played. Every breakthrough whispers the same truth, that the ancients weren't just making art with their chanting bowls and sacred chambers. They were pioneering the first experiments in a field we're only beginning to understand. In the quiet wheat fields of southern England, where dawn mist clings to the stalks like whispered secrets, something astonishing happens overnight. Perfect geometric patterns, circles within circles, spirals, and fractal designs appear as if an invisible hand pressed them into the crops. These are crop circles, the enigmatic formations that have puzzled scientists, fascinated mystics, and sparked theories ranging from earthly pranksters to otherworldly visitors. But what if the truth lies in the intersection of vibration and geometry? What if these intricate designs aren't just hoaxes or alien messages, but cymatic imprints, physical records of sound frequencies we can't yet hear, pressed into the land by forces beyond our current understanding? The parallels between crop circles and cymatic patterns are uncanny. Compare a classic seven-fold Mandelbrot crop formation to the geometric designs Hans Jenny created with vibrating fluids. Both feature the same mesmerizing radial symmetry, the same precise mathematical ratios. Some crop circles even mirror the exact configurations seen when sand or particles organize themselves under specific harmonic frequencies. Take the famous Barbary Castle formation of 1991, which displayed a complex fractal pattern eerily similar to the Koch snowflake, a shape that appears spontaneously in cymatic experiments with harmonic overtones. The precision is staggering. Stalks in these formations aren't just flattened. They're often woven or bent at the node level, a detail that would require more than wooden planks or ropes. It suggests a force acting at the cellular level, rearranging the plant's structure without breaking them. Theories abound about how such precision could be achieved. Could unknown vibrational technologies, perhaps of ancient or extraterrestrial origin, be projecting sonic or electromagnetic frequencies into the fields, imprinting these designs like a needle etching grooves into a record? Witnesses near crop circle sites frequently report strange sounds, high-pitched tones, buzzing frequencies, or even a sudden, eerie silence. In one well-documented case near Overberry in 2001, a group of researchers recorded a 13 Hz infrasound pulse, a frequency below human hearing but known to induce feelings of unease and disorientation, hours before a new formation appeared. Infrasound can travel for miles and has been shown to vibrate matter at a distance, much like how a bass note makes windows tremble. If focused with enough precision, could it bend crops into submission? Ancient texts and indigenous traditions might hold clues. Hindu scriptures describe the Vimana, mythical flying machines said to emit harmonic resonances capable of shaping stone or levitating objects. Tibetan monks speak of Dungshan trumpets, whose deep tones could, according to legend, carve patterns into sand from miles away. Even Nikola Tesla speculated about vibrational technologies that could transmit energy and information through the earth itself. If such knowledge existed in the past or resides in civilizations beyond our own, crop circles might be their calling cards, not messages in language, but in geometry, the universal code of vibration made visible. Modern science is catching up. Researchers at MIT have developed acoustic holograms, sound waves shaped by algorithms to manipulate particles in mid-air, creating three-dimensional shapes out of thin air. Military labs experiment with directed energy weapons that use focused sound to disorient or incapacitate. The gap between our current tech and what would be needed to create crop circles is narrowing. Perhaps these formations aren't alien at all, but human-made test runs of classified vibrational tools we've yet to acknowledge. Yet the most compelling evidence remains the formations themselves. Some display mathematical constants like pi or Euler's number encoded in their patterns, knowledge that predates modern science. Others respond to sunlight in ways that suggest embedded optical data, much like how a QR code holds information. If these are cymatic imprints, they might not just be art. They could be maps, equations, or even instructions waiting for us to decipher the vibrational language in which they're written. Standing in a crop circle at sunrise, when dew clings to the intricately bent stalks, it's hard to dismiss the sense of intentionality. These aren't random squiggles. They're too precise, too laden with meaning. Whether the work of advanced beings, lost human technologies, or the earth itself resonating with frequencies we're only beginning to measure, one thing is clear: the line between sound and shape, between vibration and vision, is far thinner than we've been taught. The crops may be whispering not in words, but in geometries, in frequencies, in the silent hum of a universe that's always been singing. Not all vibrations uplift and heal. Some carry the power to destabilize, disrupt, and even destroy. While sacred tones can synchronize brainwaves or purify water, there exists a shadow spectrum of frequencies capable of sowing chaos in the human body and mind. Take infrasound, those rumbling waves below 20 Hz, the threshold of human hearing. Though inaudible, these vibrations ripple through your organs like an invisible hand squeezing your ribs. Military researchers have weaponized this phenomenon, developing infrasound cannons that induce nausea, vertigo, and uncontrollable fear in crowds by resonating with the vestibular system, the same inner ear mechanism that maintains balance. Witnesses describe the sensation as a primal dread, as if the air itself has turned hostile. Even natural infrasound, like the subsonic growl of an approaching earthquake or the eerie hum before a volcanic eruption, triggers animal migrations and human unease. The body knows before the mind comprehends vibration, speaks a language older than thought. Then there's the unsettling case of the brown note, a mythical low frequency rumored to cause loss of bowel control by resonating with the digestive tract. While scientists dismiss the extreme claim, studies confirm that exposure to 7 Hz, the same frequency as some brainwave patterns during seizures, can trigger disorientation and migraines. Architects now avoid this resonance in building designs after multiple reports of office workers experiencing unexplained anxiety in spaces where wind or machinery generated persistent 7 Hz waves. The very structures meant to shelter us can become inadvertent instruments of distress when their vibrations clash with our biology. Music, too, holds a double-edged power. Ancient Gregorian chants were meticulously composed to avoid dissonant intervals, believing jarring harmonies could summon malevolent forces. Modern research validates their caution, playing rats' discordant music, like atonal serialist compositions, leads to elevated stress hormones and erratic behavior. Industrial noise pollution follows similar patterns. Communities near wind turbines or highways exhibit higher rates of insomnia and hypertension, their nervous systems battered by relentless, unstructured sound. Even certain pop music employs aggressive beats and disharmonic bass lines designed to override the listener's natural rhythms, creating addictive but exhausting auditory experiences. History's darkest chapters whisper of vibrations, sinister potentials. Nazi engineers allegedly experimented with sonic torture chambers, using amplified Rice radio frequencies to break prisoners' psyches. During the Cold War, both American and Soviet agencies explored psychoacoustic warfare, testing whether specific tones could erase memories or induce hallucinations. Declassified documents reveal projects like the USA's Squawk Box, a device that pulsed infrasound to destabilize enemy troops, and Russia's Leader machine, which allegedly used radio waves to beam depressive frequencies into dissidents' homes. Today, ultrasonic crowd control devices like the LRAD long-range acoustic device emit piercing tones capable of permanent hearing damage, a far cry from the healing hymns of Tibetan monasteries. Yet the most insidious vibrations might be those we invite into our daily lives. Digital devices emit electromagnetic frequencies, EMF, that, while silent, interact with our body's own bioelectric fields. Some studies suggest prolonged exposure to Wi-Fi or smartphone radiation disrupts cellular communication, potentially contributing to fatigue and brain fog, echoing Paracelsus's warning about invisible corruptions in the air. Even the flicker of fluorescent lights vibrates at frequencies that subtly strain the optic nerve, a phenomenon linked to office fatigue syndromes. This duality, sound as both creator and destroyer, mirrors the oldest cosmic myths. Hindu cosmology speaks of the unstruck sound, anahata, the infinite harmonic from which all creation emerges, but also of Tandava, Shiva's dissonant dance of destruction. The key lies in discernment. Just as you wouldn't ingest random chemicals, bathing your nervous system in unchecked vibrations carries risks. The ancients filtered sound through sacred geometry and intention. Today, we must learn to navigate a world buzzing with artificial frequencies, remembering that not all that vibrates nurtures. Some echoes carry shadows. You don't need a laboratory to witness the magic of cymatics, just a few household items and a sense of curiosity. Start with a simple metal baking tray, the kind you might use for cookies, and sprinkle a thin layer of salt or fine sand across its surface. Grab a violin bow or even a sturdy wooden ruler dragged along the edge and gently draw it across the tray's rim. At first, the grains will scatter randomly. But as the metal vibrates, something extraordinary happens. The salt begins to leap into geometric shapes, sharp lines, concentric circles, even delicate starbursts, each pattern a frozen snapshot of the sound waves passing through the metal. Try humming different pitches near the plate and watch as the grains reorganize with every new tone. It's Chladni's 19th century experiment reborn in your kitchen, proving that music isn't just something you hear, it's something you can see. For a liquid version of this phenomenon, fill a shallow bowl with water and place it on top of a speaker, playing a steady sine wave tone. You can find frequency generators easily online. Start with a low frequency, around 30 Hz, and watch as the water's surface trembles into tiny ripples. Now gradually increase the pitch. Around 100 Hz, the ripples transform into standing waves, peaks and valleys that hold their shape as if frozen in time. At higher frequencies, intricate patterns emerge, hexagonal grids, pulsating flower-like designs, even spiraling vortices that mimic hurricane formations. The secret lies in resonance. When the speaker's vibrations match the water's natural oscillating rhythm, energy amplifies, sculpting the liquid into visible geometry. Try dripping food coloring into the water mid-tone. The dye will trace the hidden currents, revealing the invisible architecture of sound. If you want to explore how intention influences vibration, replicate Masaru Emoto's rice experiment. Fill 3 glass jars with cooked white rice, labeling them with words like love, hate, and one left blank as a control. Every day for a month, speak the labeled word aloud to its jar while ignoring the blank one. Over time, the rice exposed to positive words may ferment more slowly, staying whiter longer, while the neglected jar often molds fastest. This isn't just pseudoscience. Studies in hydroponics show plants exposed to harmonious music or speech grow more vigorously than those subjected to harsh noise. Your voice's vibrations, it seems, leave imprints even on organic matter. For a high-tech twist, download a Cymatics app that turns your smartphone into a portable frequency generator. Place your phone face up in a bowl of water, protected by a waterproof case, and play specific solfeggio tones like 528 Hz, the DNA repair frequency. Observe how the water's surface tension changes, forming more cohesive droplets or intricate patterns compared to random noise. Some users report the water seems lighter or more energized after exposure to these sacred frequencies, a subjective but tantalizing glimpse into sound's potential to structure matter. The most profound lesson these experiments offer isn't just about physics, it's about relationship. When you chant into a bowl of water and watch it ripple, or hum to a plate of salt and see it dance, you're participating in an ancient dialogue between vibration and form. Your breath becomes the bow, your intention the tuning fork, and somewhere in that exchange, between the mundane and the mystical, you might just catch a whisper of the universe's oldest secret, that everything, from the stars to your own heartbeat, is part of the same endless singing dance. Picture this: you slip on a pair of headphones, press play, and within minutes, your brain slips into a state of deep meditation, as if someone dialed your consciousness to a quieter channel. This isn't magic, it's binaural beats, a modern technology with roots buried deep in ancient sonic rituals. When two slightly different tones, say 100 Hz in your left ear and 110 in your right, meet in your brain, they create a phantom third frequency, a rhythmic pulse called a binaural beat. This pulsation doesn't just tickle your eardrums, it synchronizes your brain waves, gently nudging them into states usually reserved for seasoned monks or lucid dreamers. The science behind this is called brainwave entrainment, and it's eerily similar to how Tibetan singing bowls or shamanic drumming alter consciousness. Your brain operates on electrical rhythms: beta for sharp focus, alpha for relaxed alertness, theta for deep meditation, and delta for dreamless sleep. When exposed to a steady binaural beat, your neurons begin to follow that rhythm, like dancers falling into sync with a drum. A 4 Hz theta, a frequency beat, might guide you into the twilight zone between waking and dreaming, perfect for accessing buried memories or creative insights. A 7 Hz alpha pulse could dissolve stress, mimicking the brainwave patterns of someone lounging in a sunlit meadow. What's astonishing is how this mirrors ancient practices. Amazonian shamans use rapid drumming at 4 to 7 beats per second, the exact range of theta waves, to induce visionary trances. Gregorian chants, sung in resonant stone chambers, create overlapping tones that produce natural binaural effects, likely contributing to worshippers' transcendent experiences. Even the didgeridoos drone, used by Aboriginal healers for millennia, generates frequency modulations that entrain brainwaves toward delta states. Modern neuroscience is simply giving us the manual for what mystics discovered through intuition. But binaural beats aren't just digital shamanism. Studies at the Monroe Institute, a research center founded by sound pioneer Robert Monroe, show these frequencies can enhance memory consolidation during sleep when paired with theta waves. Athletes use gamma frequency beats around 40 Hz to sharpen reaction times, while therapists employ delta sequences to ease insomnia. The US military even explored binaural tech to boost pilots' focus during long missions. Yet the most profound application might be spiritual. When monks chant Om, they're not just making music, they're generating binaural-like beats with their vocal harmonics, creating an internal pulsation that guides the brain toward unity consciousness. Modern meditators report similar effects with binaural tracks, describing out-of-body experiences or sudden clarity, as if the sound scrubbed mental static away. Here's where ancient and modern converge. Binaural beats work best when layered over nature sounds or sacred tones like solfeggio frequencies, proof that tech hasn't replaced tradition, it's amplified it. Whether through headphones or hand drums, the goal remains the same: to tune the messy orchestra of the mind into a single, resonant note. The next time you feel scattered, remember, your brain is an instrument waiting to be played. All it needs is the right rhythm. The night sky isn't silent, it's a grand cosmic orchestra, each celestial body humming its own unique note in a symphony older than time itself. Centuries before telescopes, Pythagoras whispered of the music of the spheres, a celestial harmony inaudible to human ears, but mathematically perfect in its proportions. Today, we know he wasn't just poetic. The Cassini spacecraft recorded Saturn's rings, emitting electromagnetic vibrations at frequencies we can convert into sound, a haunting chorus of crackles and drones, like a cosmic theremin playing across the void. The sun, too, sings. Solar physicists measure its surface pulsing in oscillations equivalent to a deep B-flat, 2 octaves below piano's lowest note, while black holes, those enigmatic vacuum cleaners of the cosmos, generate pressure waves in surrounding gas that translate into a basso profundo, 57 octaves below middle C. These aren't metaphors, they are measurable vibrations, proof that the universe isn't just expanding, it's resonating. Ancient cosmologies knew this intuitively. Hindu scriptures describe the Narada Brahman, the universe, as an eternal sound current, while Mayan astronomers built pyramid observatories aligned to Venus's harmonic cycles, its 8-year dance across the sky mirroring musical octaves. Kepler's Harmonices Mundi in the 17th century calculated planetary orbits as musical intervals, with Mercury hitting the high C and Jupiter growling a low G. His math was rudimentary, but his intuition was prescient. Modern astronomers now confirm planets and stars do vibrate at specific frequencies based on their size, composition, and orbital dynamics. The difference, where Kepler imagined celestial harps, we detect oscillations through Doppler shifts and asteroseismology, revealing stars' interiors like sonic X-rays. Consider neutron stars, the dense corpses of exploded suns. Some spin hundreds of times per second, emitting precise electromagnetic pulses so regular they're nicknamed cosmic lighthouses. When converted to audio, these pulses create rhythmic beats eerily resembling tribal drum circles, as if the universe itself is keeping time. Even more astonishing are starquakes, cataclysmic shifts on neutron stars' surfaces that release vibrations equivalent to a bell being struck, ringing across space-time at frequencies that subtly warp the fabric of reality itself. These quakes can be heard light years away as fluctuations in gamma-ray emissions, a reminder that vibration isn't confined by air or matter. It travels through the vacuum, a universal language. Galaxies, too, have their own resonant signatures. The Perseus cluster, a monstrous conglomeration of galaxies 300 million light-years away, emits a sound wave from its supermassive black hole, a B-flat 57 octaves below middle C, reverberating for over 2 billion years. It's the lowest note ever detected, a cosmic foghorn so deep it would take a piano keyboard stretching from Earth to the moon to play it. Yet here's the paradox. In spaces near vacuum, these sounds can't propagate as air pressure waves like earthly music. Instead, they travel as plasma oscillations, ripples in the magnetized gas between stars, or as gravitational waves, the space-time ripples Einstein predicted, which LIGO detectors now hear as chirps from colliding black holes. The implications ripple into esoteric traditions. Sacred texts like the Emerald Tablet spoke of the harmonies of heaven and earth, while Tibetan monks crafted temple bells tuned to planetary ratios. The Great Pyramid's dimensions encode the speed of sound in stone, and Native American dreamers claim to hear the Milky Way as a chorus of ancestor voices. Modern science offers a startling bridge. Quantum physics suggests that at the smallest scales, particles behave like vibrating strings, the core idea of string theory, with different frequencies creating different forms of matter. In this light, the music of the spheres isn't just poetic fancy, it's a fundamental truth. From quark to quasar, vibration builds reality. So what does this cosmic symphony mean for us? When you chant a mantra, strike a singing bowl, or simply stand under the stars, you're not separate from this celestial concert. Your atoms forged in stellar furnaces still hum with those primordial frequencies. The same ratios that govern planetary orbits reside in your heartbeat's rhythm, your breath's cadence, the electrical crackle of your thoughts. To tune into these vibrations isn't just science or spirituality, it's remembrance. A whisper from the cosmos, calling you back into harmony with the great singing whole. Step into a modern sound bath session, and you'll witness an ancient secret reborn. An entire room of people lying still as gongs, crystal bowls, and tuning forks weave a tapestry of sound around them. These aren't just relaxation techniques. They're carefully orchestrated vibrational experiences designed to recalibrate the body and mind using principles as old as the pyramids. The resurgence of sound healing in contemporary spirituality isn't a trend, it's a homecoming, a return to the understanding that vibration is the invisible thread connecting matter, energy, and consciousness. At the heart of this revival is the sound bath, a practice where participants are bathed in layers of resonant frequencies. The instruments aren't chosen randomly. Tibetan singing bowls, forged from 7 sacred metals, emit rich harmonic overtones that mirror the brainwaves of deep meditation. Quartz crystal bowls, tuned to specific chakras, vibrate at frequencies that correspond to the body's energy centers, an idea straight from the Vedas, now validated by biofeedback studies showing measurable shifts in participants' heart rate variability during sessions. Even the humble tuning fork, once a tool for orchestras, has become a precision instrument in frequency medicine, with therapists applying specific hertz ranges to acupuncture points, effectively playing the body like a living cymatic plate. Gong meditations take this further, harnessing the primal power of sustained, complex vibrations. Unlike the pure tones of singing bowls, a gong's sound is chaotic, a thunderstorm of harmonics that paradoxically guides the brain into order. Modern neuroscience explains why. The brain, when confronted with unstructured sound, defaults to alpha and theta waves, the same states induced by shamanic drumming or Sufi chanting. Participants often describe visions, emotional releases, or a profound sense of unity, experiences eerily similar to those reported in ancient mystery schools, where initiates underwent sonic rituals in resonant chambers. Frequency healers, armed with technologies like bioresonance machines and Rife generators, bridge the gap between mysticism and science. Devices like the BioWell camera visualize the human energy field before and after sound sessions, capturing auric expansions that echo the geometric perfection of cymatic patterns. Others use binaural beats embedded with solfeggio frequencies, creating auditory illusions that entrain brain waves toward healing states. Skeptics dismiss these as placebo, but studies in vibroacoustic therapy, where patients lie on mats transmitting sound vibrations directly into tissues, show measurable reductions in pain and inflammation, particularly in conditions like fibromyalgia. What's fascinating is how these modern practices democratize wisdom once reserved for initiates. Where Egyptian priests once chanted in hidden chambers, today's sound healers host group sessions in urban lofts and wellness centers. The tools have evolved. YouTube playlists replace temple hymns, apps simulate binaural beats, but the essence remains unchanged: sound as a catalyst for transformation. Even mainstream medicine is taking note, with hospitals incorporating harp therapy for premature infants and PTSD clinics using tuned drums to regulate nervous systems. Yet the most profound shift isn't technological, it's philosophical. Contemporary spirituality increasingly frames healing not as fixing broken parts, but as retuning the whole system. Cancers, traumas, and chronic illnesses are seen as manifestations of dissonance, frequencies gone out of phase with the body's natural resonance. Sound healers don't attack disease, they coax the body back into harmony, much like a musician tuning a string until it sings true. This isn't New Age speculation. Epigenetics reveals how environment, including vibrational environment, can switch genes on or off, while psychoneuroimmunology maps how stress, a form of chaotic internal noise, weakens the body's defenses. From the Silicon Valleys of tech entrepreneurs to the hushed studios of yoga retreats, vibrational healing is flourishing because it answers a deep, modern hunger for therapies that honor both quantum physics and timeless wisdom. When a corporate lawyer lies beneath a gong, she's not just decompressing, she's reconnecting with a truth her ancestors knew, that to heal is to resonate, and to resonate is to remember that we are, and always have been, music made flesh. The frontiers of cymatics research are unfolding like a sonic big bang, each discovery revealing deeper connections between vibration, consciousness, and the very building blocks of reality. Imagine a near future where sound doesn't just heal or influence matter, but actively reprograms it. Laboratories are already experimenting with ultrasonic, acoustic tweezers that manipulate individual cells into precise geometric formations, hinting at medical applications where damaged tissues could be vibrationally coaxed into self-repair. In Switzerland, researchers have demonstrated how specific frequencies can levitate nanoparticles, arranging them mid-air into three-dimensional shapes that mirror sacred geometry, a potential gateway to contactless, sound-based manufacturing where factories hum instead of clang. But the most revolutionary frontier lies in consciousness studies. Neuroscientists collaborating with sound healers are mapping how complex cymatic frequencies, like those produced by gongs or multi-layered mantras, induce gamma wave synchronization across brain regions normally dormant in waking states. Early trials show participants reporting profound mystical experiences during these sessions, complete with visions of geometric light patterns, strikingly similar to ancient descriptions of the spiritual eye in Hindu and Christian mysticism. Could these shared visions be more than metaphor? Advanced EEG imaging reveals that during peak sonic immersion, the brain's default mode network, the seat of ego and linear thinking, temporarily quiets, while parietal lobe activity surges, creating a sensation of boundless unity. It's as if carefully orchestrated sound waves are serving as a harmonic key, unlocking neurobiological doors to states once accessible only through decades of meditation. Matter manipulation through sound is leaping from theory to tangible reality. Quantum physicists at MIT have discovered that vibrating certain materials at terahertz frequencies, trillions of oscillations per second, can temporarily alter their atomic structure, making insulators conductive or changing magnetic properties. This isn't just lab curiosity. Military prototypes explore acoustic metamaterials that bend sound waves around objects like invisibility cloaks, while biomedical engineers design resonant nanoparticles that seek and destroy cancer cells when activated by targeted ultrasound. The line between science fiction and applied cymatics is blurring. What if tomorrow's architects build skyscrapers that shift shape in response to citywide harmonic frequencies, or bridges that self-repair by singing themselves back into structural alignment? Perhaps the most provocative research emerges where spirituality and quantum physics converge. The HeartMath Institute's experiments show that focused human intention, like loving thoughts or prayer, can alter the cymatic patterns of water samples in measurable ways, even at a distance. If consciousness itself its vibrational fields, as proposed by theorists like Erwin Laszlo, future technologies might capture and amplify these thought frequencies to manifest physical changes. Picture meditation chambers equipped with cymatic feedback systems, where participants see their mental states rendered in real time as evolving geometric patterns, offering tangible proof of mindfulness's transformative power. Monasteries of the future may not just chant prayers, they could engineer resonant spaces where collective intention generates visible, structured energy. Yet the boldest horizon remains terra incognita, the idea that cymatics might one day decode the universe's primordial language. If every particle vibrates at a unique frequency, as string theory suggests, could mastering these vibrational alphabets allow us to speak new forms of matter into existence? Ancient alchemists dreamed of turning lead into gold through incantations. Tomorrow's sonic alchemists might manipulate quark-level vibrations to assemble elements atom by atom, using sound as the ultimate nanoscale architect. The day may come when scientists and mystics sit side by side, not as adversaries, but as collaborators, one group measuring hertz and amplitude, the other interpreting harmonic correspondences in age-old sacred texts, together composing a new chapter in humanity's eternal duet with vibration. We stand at the threshold of a paradigm where cymatics isn't just a study of patterns, but a passport to participation, a way to not just witness the universe's hidden symphonies, but to join the orchestra. The future hums with possibilities, waiting for us to listen closely enough to hear its next note. For all its mesmerizing beauty and profound implications, cymatics exists in a kind of twilight zone, somewhere between hard science and metaphysical speculation. Skeptics raise valid questions. Can sound truly heal or influence consciousness beyond placebo? Are sacred geometry patterns in vibrating sand proof of cosmic intelligence, or just predictable physics? The line between measurable phenomenon and mystical interpretation often blurs, and that's precisely where critical thinking becomes essential. Take the oft-cited connection between cymatic patterns and ancient sacred symbols. While it's true that vibrating plates produce shapes resembling the flower of life, or Sri Yantra. Skeptics argue this is coincidence, not revelation. Physics dictates that standing waves naturally form geometric nodes, simple laws of harmonic motion. The hexagons in your vibrating water droplet aren't whispering secrets of the universe. They're echoing the same principles that make honeycombs efficient structures. Occam's razor suggests nature repeats patterns because they are energetically favorable, not because they're spiritually significant. Then there's the claim that specific frequencies, like the solfeggio tones, have unique healing properties. While studies show sound can reduce stress or alter brain waves, there's scant peer-reviewed evidence that 528 Hz repairs DNA, or that 417 Hz undoes trauma. Neuroscientists point out that any repetitive, soothing sound, whether a Gregorian chant or a dishwasher's hum, can relax the nervous system. The magic might not be in the frequency itself, but in the listener's focused attention, a well-documented catalyst for placebo effects. Even Masaru Emoto's iconic water experiments, beloved by spiritual communities, face scientific scrutiny. His methods lacked rigorous controls. Factors like temperature fluctuations or contamination could easily explain variations in ice crystal formation. Double-blind studies attempting to replicate his results have been inconclusive at best. That doesn't negate water's responsiveness to vibration, but it does caution against leaping from sound affects water to water reads emotions. Perhaps the most contentious arena is vibrational medicine. While ultrasound therapies are mainstream, claims that tuning forks can align chakras or that crystal bowls clear energetic blockages veer into untested territory. Biofeedback machines measuring aura changes often rely on subjective interpretations of electrical skin responses. Does this mean these practices are worthless? Not necessarily, but it does mean their effects might stem from relaxation and mindfulness rather than mystical physics. Yet dismissing all spiritual claims as pseudoscience misses a crucial nuance. The placebo effect is real and powerful. If chanting Om lowers blood pressure because someone believes in its power, does it matter whether the change comes from sound waves or faith? Ancient rituals likely evolved because they worked, not because priests understood brainwave entrainment, but because they observed shifts in well-being. Modern research on meditation and prayer confirms that belief shapes biology, even when mechanisms remain unclear. The middle path celebrates cymatics as a bridge, not a proof. The patterns are real, the physics is real, but the leap from sound organizes matter to sound manifests destiny is where science steps back and poetry steps in. That duality isn't a weakness, it's a reminder that some truths resonate beyond measurement. The sand will always dance to the tuning fork's song, whether we see it as a laboratory curiosity or a cosmic wink depends not on the vibration, but on the listener. Imagine waking up and starting your day not with a blaring alarm, but with a soft hum, a tuning fork struck gently against your palm, its pure tone resonating through your bones like a vibrational cup of coffee. This simple act, repeated daily, can become your gateway to harnessing the power of cymatics in everyday life. Tuning forks, those unassuming metal tools used by musicians, are far more than pitch references. When pressed against acupuncture points or held near the ears, their vibrations travel through your body's fluids and tissues, creating microscopic cymatic patterns that realign your energy. Try a 128 Hz fork for grounding. Its frequency matches the Earth's natural pulse. Or a 528 Hz miracle tone fork over your heart to promote emotional balance. The key lies in consistency. Just as ocean waves smooth stones over time, daily exposure to these structured frequencies can gradually polish away mental static and physical tension. Your own voice is another potent instrument waiting to be tuned. Vocal toning, the practice of sustaining single notes with an open mouth, doesn't require musical training, only willingness. Start with ah, the universal sound of release, feeling its vibration in your chest. Shift to om, letting the resonance buzz your facial bones, stimulating the vagus nerve to trigger relaxation. Shamans and opera singers have known for centuries that sustained vowels at specific pitches can dislodge energetic blockages. Modern biofeedback studies show how toning at 174 Hz, the lowest solfeggio frequency, shifts brainwave activity toward delta, the state of deep restoration. Try it in the shower, where steam and tile amplify acoustics, or during commute traffic, transforming frustration into harmonic recalibration. For those who prefer passive absorption, curated soundscapes can work wonders. Solfeggio frequency tracks, layered with nature sounds or binaural beats, create an immersive environment where healing happens effortlessly. Wearing headphones, play 417 Hz while sorting through emails. Its undoing quality may soften resistance to mundane tasks. Sleep with 639 Hz, the relationship harmonic, to mend emotional rifts through the subconscious. But beware the one-size-fits-all approach. Just as cymatic patterns change with different materials, your ideal frequency mix depends on personal resonance. Keep a journal noting which tones leave you energized versus drained. Self-awareness turns listening into alchemy. Water offers another accessible portal into vibrational practice. Before drinking, hold your glass and hum for 30 seconds, then observe if the liquid feels smoother on your tongue. A nod to Emoto's experiments. Charge your shower with a waterproof speaker, playing structured frequencies, turning daily hygiene into a cellular tune-up. Even cooking becomes alchemical when you play Gregorian chants or Tibetan bowls near simmering soups, infusing meals with coherent vibrations that may enhance digestibility. Grounding these practices requires ritual. Designate a singing bowl as your morning bell, striking it 3 times to mark transitions between sleep and wakefulness. Place cymatically patterned fabrics or art where your gaze often rests, subtly reminding your nervous system of nature's harmonic order. When stress arises, instead of reaching for your phone, reach for a tuning fork. Let vibration, not distraction, be your reset button. The magic lies not in perfection, but participation. Unlike ancient priests who guarded sonic secrets, you hold democratized tools, apps that generate precise hertz, affordable forks, endless online sound baths. Yet the core remains unchanged. When you engage intentionally with vibration, you don't just observe cymatics, you become its living expression, a walking, breathing testament to the universe's hidden symphonies. As we reach the end of this journey through the hidden world of vibration, one truth stands clear. The universe doesn't just contain music, it is music. From the spiral arms of galaxies to the double helix of your DNA, from the chanting of monks to the hum of quantum strings, existence pulses with a rhythm older than time itself. Cymatics has shown us the invisible, made visible sound sculpting matter into sacred geometry, water remembering the echoes of prayer, and the human body responding to frequencies like an instrument waiting to be tuned. These aren't isolated phenomena. They're glimpses of a grander symphony where spirit and science harmonize in ways we're only beginning to comprehend. Think of the last time you felt a song resonate in your chest, or stood silent as a thunderstorm's rumble vibrated through your bones. That wasn't just sensation, it was communion. You were experiencing the same primal force that arranges stars into constellations and grains of sand into mandalas. The ancients revered this force as divine. Modern physics measures it in hertz and waveforms, but both point to the same reality. Vibration is the thread weaving together the tapestry of creation, and you, yes, you, are both a listener and a participant in this cosmic chorus. So where do we go from here? Start by listening differently. Notice how your body responds to a bird's song versus a car alarm. Experiment with humming a single tone when stressed, feeling the vibration steady your breath. Place a singing bowl on your desk and strike it between tasks, letting its resonance clear mental clutter. These aren't just wellness tips, they're invitations to engage with the vibrational fabric of reality. Every chant, every struck chord, every intentional moment of silence is a dialogue with the unseen forces that shape existence. But beyond personal practice, let this knowledge shift how you move through the world. When you see a snowflake, remember it's a frozen vibration. When you hear children laughing, recognize their joy rippling through the quantum field. Architecture, art, even urban planning take on new meaning when viewed through the lens of resonance. Why do some spaces uplift us while others drain us? The answer often lies in their hidden harmonics. The greatest lesson Cymatics offers isn't about sand patterns or sound baths. It's about interconnectedness. Just as two tuning forks of the same pitch will start humming in unison across a room, your vibrations influence the world around you in ways both measurable and mystical. The frequencies you embrace through speech, music, even thought don't stop at your skin. They ripple outward, rearranging the subtle architecture of your relationships, your environment, your shared reality. This isn't philosophy, it's physics wrapped in wonder. The universe has been singing since the first moment of creation, and now, through the marriage of ancient wisdom and modern science, we're finally learning to sing back. So pick up your tuning fork, hum your favorite note, strike a bowl or drum, or simply sit in stillness, feeling the silent hum of your own atoms. The symphony never stopped playing. You've just been handed the sheet music. The next movement begins with